Hey guys, I received a lot of questions about my car. A lot of people asking about the exterior, stuff like that. Unfortunately, it's pretty cold today, so I didn't want to go and wash it, so I don't have a lot of stuff frozen. But I'll try my best to give you an idea of what the car looks like. So here it is, 2006 A4 B7 6-speed manual TDi swap. We'll go over the engine real quick. But other than that, we'll start off at the beginning here. So in terms of body, it's actually in pretty good condition. Standard Audi fender rust. Pretty much every single B7 is going to have that. I personally didn't deal with it because, frankly, I didn't care. As of right now, I believe the car is still under Audi rust warranty. They're supposed to cover that. Whether they will or they won't, they'll probably fight you for it. But either way, it doesn't matter. It's just the front fender, so it's really not big of an issue there. The rest of the car is actually pretty clean. I've noticed recently just on the back here, it's starting to kind of come up a little bit. This is just ice here, so but you'll see underneath a little bit of rusting is starting to form up. I believe that's from where the bumper is kind of rubbing on the chassis. Other than that, no big issue. We'll continue going around. It is a Quebec registered car, so a Quebec buyer shouldn't need a safety or retest. The car should pass an Ontario e-test without any issues as well. Here it is on the right side. Alright, so it is about -23 right now before the wind chill. I have not heated the car up, so we're going to see how it starts, and then we're going to pop in to have a look at the engine real quick. In terms of interior, black leather seats, pretty standard for the model. I've got an iPod sort of plug that I'm going to get rid of, so don't worry about that, and a boost gauge up at the front here. And if I was to pop in the back, again, leather seats in a very good condition. Trunk real quick. I do hold quite a bit of stuff with the car, so I'll probably use a vacuum in the back, and it's got the hitch at the bottom. Alright, let's have a look. So it is the standard gas cluster, so you notice the RPM still says 7,000 on there. I decided to leave it on because of the integration with the vehicle. Other than that, the cluster works perfectly fine. So once again, it is -23, and I have not warmed this vehicle up in any way. So this is completely starting on its own. Have a look at the engine now. So, while the car's warming up a little bit of background, the engine is a BEW 1.9 TDi coming out of a 2004 Jetta. The engine has been bored over to use BHW pistons, so that's pistons out of Volkswagen Passat 2005-ish. The head on the engine right now has about 2,000 kilometers since a complete rebuild with brand new camshaft. I'm using a BEW camshaft. They've got better history on them, so brand new camshaft, brand new followers, brand new timing belt. The turbo you're going to see on here is a brand new Holset HE200 turbo out of a Cummins 4-cylinder diesel. I import the turbos, I build the kit. Don't mind the pliers here. I'm just experimenting with various settings on the wastegate, just playing around with it a little bit, using the stock dual intercoolers on the front of the car, so retain those. You're gonna see the accessory bracket is actually off of a European BPW TDi engine, which is what was sold in the the B7 in Europe. So is the wiring harness, and the ECU is also European. So it's fully integrated with the vehicle. Other than that, in terms of maintenance history, I basically replaced everything that I could think of. We have a brand new starter on the car. All of the suspension at the front, all 8 control arms have been replaced, including the tie rods as well. The sway bar links, I've got an RS4 sway bar at the back. Completely custom turbo back exhaust all the way from the V-band to the back. I retained the original Audi mufflers at the back to keep it more stock looking. So the custom exhaust stops about there and goes straight to the turbocharger. The turbo right now is set up at 30 psi. I was building a compound setup, so you notice the boost gauge is actually set to go up to about 50-60 psi. That's so they can handle the second turbo if I ever plug one in. I've got a fuel filter, a custom Cummins fuel filter with a pressure regulator and a fuel gauge, so I can keep an eye on the fuel system as the car is running. Brand new glow plugs. As you notice, the car started pretty well in minus 23-degree weather. And that's about it, really. Other than that, it comes with a nice set of studded winters, Kumos, and I've got a nice set of Firestone Summers on BBS wheels. You can see pictures in the ad. So really the things to worry about: a little bit of rust on the fenders, some really annoying just kind of surface little bubbling coming up here, and in terms of interior, I believe the only real spot is on the seat. You can kind of see a little bit of seat cracking here. Oops, sorry, that's my bad. It's just from the dirt outside. A little bit of seat cracking there. Other than that, the car is actually in a really good condition. So feel free to send me any questions if you have, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Cheers.